Hey, what's up? It's me. Anyway, I decided to do camera because, why not? Also, you get to see my new glasses. And they can just create a giant glare so you can see two of me at once. Because that's good. So I guess I'll just jump right into it. Will Kraken ever be happy? Um, he's already pretty happy. There's a lot of stuff going on constantly, always, and he's probably going to be upset about his family for like the end of time until that gets resolved, which might be kind of hard. But I'd say that he is happy right now. Considering he started out like a year ago really unhappy. This is a huge difference. I don't think he regrets much either. Maybe a little bit, just a tiny bit. And another will somebody be happy question. Will Robbie ever be happy from Platt? And again, like probably. But is she ever gonna like get over her crap? Maybe not. That one's a little harder because living like 15,000 years or so of being angry at the world, that's that's not gonna go away overnight. So I'd say, I guess, yeah, probably, but maybe not completely in our whole time span together. She's also kind of just like that. The kind of person who wallows. So, tell an interesting story about one of your characters that no one / most people haven't heard. I'm kind of like a big mouth. I always leap at opportunities to like at people. Like I'm always talking. I think most people haven't heard about. Okay. Here's something that I'm sure probably only one or two people have ever heard about in this group. But back, Laza has been in like 100 things, but way back when in Dreska there was this AU that was created by, if I remember correctly, Cole, but possibly also Coco. I can't remember at all anymore. I just remember Cole did a lot of the work. But I think it was called, like, it was something radiation. It was basically like it wasn't even like an AU specifically, but it was just like a different universe where like there was this world and it was like basically apocalyptic and there was like radiation everywhere. And I don't remember what the storyline was about, but like everyone had their own characters like in this universe, and then the story was kind of built around that. It didn't go far at all. Like the most that ever happened was that there was like maps and designs made, and then it kind of just dropped off, like a lot of things. But Laza was in that, and she was in that universe. I did a play on her chronic illness, which she had originally, which she doesn't have here, obviously. But she was like radiation poisoned, even though she didn't look like it, because like what's designing radiation poisoning? I don't know. She had like a gas mask because it was cool, and she was kind of like stiff and more mature, even though she would like didn't look mature. And then I'm pretty sure she was doomed to die. I think she did the sacrifice in that one again, because like I don't actually remember how she died, and that's the most common. It's probably that. But yeah, that was pretty interesting. That's a story, kind of. She was also in an AU where it was like medieval, because that's what a lot of Driscoll was into medieval, and she was a vampire. She was like, oh, why don't people like me? And I was like, I wonder. Because nobody liked vampires. So, anyway. Describe my room. Well, my room is not exactly my room. My room is a shared room, which I share with our group lizard. And it's more like I have a corner and I'm part of a closet. My room is like a nest. It's my mattress. And I keep everything around my mattress and on my mattress. And then what I can't keep on my mattress, I put in the closet behind me. And that's my room. It's cozy. I'll probably have more space later, but I don't really care. Eh. And who was my first Tijinga and first race OC? I don't understand the second part of the question. I should have asked. My first Tijinga, if I remember correctly, I want to say it was Delcatty. But that could just be wrong. No, that's wrong. I Gijinka'd my Neopets. That was the very first time I did it. I had one, and her name was Princess Hysteria, and she was gothic, and she was, I think, the first one ever. And I just never stopped because I was like, wow, this is much easier than drawing the actual thing you're supposed to draw. So I just did that. I don't understand, like, first Resa OC. Yunji was the first one specifically created for Resa out of all of them, so I guess that's what you're asking? I don't know. Oh my god, we haven't even... not even halfway through the page? This is ridiculous, you guys. Which character would you probably fight in self-defense if I saw them? That's like an interesting question because you said in self-defense, like as if one of them's going to attack me, which is not likely. I don't see most of them jumping me. Probably Cavalier. Like if he tried to kick my ass, I would probably be dead, but I would fight anyway because I'm not gonna like die. Which character would I beat up for being a nerd? I guess, I mean, I wouldn't do that. But, like, following the question and assuming I would do that, probably Darren, because he's the biggest nerd. If I could have any animal for a pet, what would it be? My first thought is, like, having one of those really glitched out, gross looking Sims. Just keeping in a little tank and feeding with, like, a little, like, a shaker. I already have that on the game. I mean, if it's like literally anything, I'd probably pick a Pokemon because that is cool. Say something about Canada. I used to like to listen to the Vocaloid Canadian anthem. I thought it was great. So there you go. Tell you a story about a weird experience I've had. Oh, had a lot of weird experiences. I think I've already talked about the disgusting trash liquor in my school. I've already talked about that. I have these like weird false memories that are probably hallucinations, but I like firmly believe that they happened. Like when I was in elementary school, something like flew up in my face and like I specifically remember like it being like right here and I like slow motion just smacked it. And I remember thinking it was a bee and I just like smacked it to the side and everything is like weirdly colored. That's why I think it was probably like some kind of weird dream or like memory or something. But like for years and years, I was just convinced that that absolutely didn't happen. Probably didn't, or at least I don't remember it correctly. But that's a strange thing. It's a very strange story. Do I have a favorite Raisa roleplay? And what would it be? I was quite partial to when Mortimer and Cece got together, but I completely screwed up the log because I was enjoying it so much that I didn't log. Great. So, I mean, I don't really go back and read it because it's so spotty that it's, like, impossible to read. I also love the ice cream experience that we had with Celia and Aishel and Vex. That was great. I mean, I have a few others, but I can't really remember right now. I don't always go back and read, really. Like, logging is important for, like, referencing, but I don't always go back and read for fun. Which OC would most likely war? That would be Vex, because she's into it. Do a dramatic reading of the first few lines of Never Gonna Give You Up. I don't want to do this. Why? Okay, let me just never, please, ever gonna give you up. Okay, I got it. Oh my god. It's because my computer's... Thanks. Google just has them right here. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. Okay, I'm not doing any more because that is just ridiculous. I've done it and it's done. Oh, I know I have to say dicks out for Dion, which I just did, so enjoy. Every variation of Mist. There's too many, but Moost and Meest. Meest is my favorite. I love that one the most. I love that one the most. What was your initial vision for Raisa? How is it different from that? Oh, answer last. Never mind. I never said anything. Which movie genres do you think your OCs would fit best in? This is too hard because there's too many. I feel like a lot of them would do pretty good in like dramas, but not like soap opera drama, but like shows that are meant to be like serious. I don't know. A few of them could probably be decent on like adventures. I see them as more of like characters who would do well in like long running shows rather than characters who would be good in like movies, because my characters tend to be more of like the side character type of deal. I don't really get main character material very often. So it's kind of like if they were in a movie, they wouldn't get very much screen time, which doesn't seem right either. So they'd be like in like TV series is the best answer. My favorite emoji is probably the party popper. I love that one so much. I use it every single day. I'm always using it. I also love the tongue face that just looks like, because it's kind of strange. And I love the sparkles. Thank God they have sparkles. They were just making those for me. Oh my gosh. Okay, back to the question that I was supposed to answer last, but I messed up. My initial vision for the group was to be kind of like, what we were gonna do is have like a lot of like user-based stuff, which that's still kind of like the basis of it today, but also like the leaders were supposed to have a lot more like political stuff going on. So the idea was that like the political drama would keep the group flowing, but the problem was is that like everyone there at the time, they didn't want a lot of political drama. They kept saying, oh no, we don't want war and we don't want so much drama and like we just want to chill. And I was like, and then when I told people that they were not being chill enough, they were like, but I want to do the drama. And I was like, what? you, you just said, this is hard. It was kind of a mess in the beginning, and I felt like things did not work out at all. Like, I'm surprised that the group came back from being completely in disrepair because it was bad in the beginning. And actually, I feel like it's much closer to what I wanted now than it ever was before, especially with how we're like picking up and people are actually starting to throw out their own plots. Like, it's finally starting to become what I wanted, surprisingly. But it's also not completely the same, which is good because I feel like maybe I didn't see like the flaws in certain ideas that I had, and now I kind of see them. Everyone's great. You're awesome. Thanks for making me burn 15 minutes. Yeah, this thing is at 16 now. Oh, here, right. Glasses on, glasses off, and goodbye.